So you've been invited to a party, and the host asks you to bring a bottle of wine. But when it comes to picking out a bottle of wine, you don't know where to start. You don't have to worry. Today we'll take you wine tasting, get advice from a wine expert, and show you how easy it is to throw a wine party for your friends. Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name's Casper.
I'm Sarah. And I'm Cole.
And we're here at Vianza Winery in Sonoma County, and we're going to go wine tasting, but we're going to do it a little differently. We are going to do wine tasting for the next generation. We are going to do an introduction to wine tasting so we could take the intimidation out of it, get the 21 and up crowd, get them into wine tasting so they could take advantage of this awesome area, which is right in our backyard here in the Bay Area. So once again, we're at Vianza. We got some help in here. We're going to taste some awesome wine, so come check it out and join us. After making a reservation at Vianza, we met up with Eric Betancourt, our wine educator. We began our tour while Eric shared some history about Vianza. He gave us an introduction to grape harvesting and winemaking.
The growing season is roughly around end of March, April through roughly October.
Later, we went to Enoteca, the winery's VIP tasting room, so we could begin our tasting of some of the winery's finest red and white wines. Eric first instructed us to cleanse our palates.
So to do that, you're going to take a sip of the wine and swoosh it all in your mouth.
Like mouthwash?
Yeah, exactly. Not gargle, but swoosh it around your mouth. And then just while you're going to notice that it's going to taste really, really acidic, and your mouth is going to salivate right away.
Next, we learned that swirling the wine in our glass is done to volatilize the esters, or in other words, bring out the scent or bouquet of the wine.
Once we pour it, take a whiff out of it, and then go ahead and swirl it, and take a whiff, and you'll see that after you swirl it, you get a much, much stronger bouquet, so you can smell it more, and you can kind of pick up the differences inside the wine.
So let's recap. The only time you need to swish the wine in your mouth is when it's your first glass of wine, or if you're switching in between wines. You could continue to swirl the wine in your glass in order to experience the scent of the bouquet, if you want to continue to look cool.
I'm exercising my wine. Working on my fitness.
This is a Cabernet Franc, is the type of grape, the type of wine that it is. And this used to be a grape that was commonly used for blending only a few years ago, give or take 5 or 10. It started becoming very popular, especially in Europe, and they started making it as a standalone grape.
The last two steps are easy. Smell the wine to experience the bouquet, then sip and swallow. After covering the basics, we asked Eric about a wine myth. What are the legs?
People say that it helps tell you if the wine is good, if it's aged properly, if it's, drinkable. It's actually all a myth.
It's a myth?
The legs don't tell you anything.
Shut the front door.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Cut her off. No. So I'm curious as to what do you mean by the legs?
If you go like this sometimes, and you'll see the line as it comes down.
Okay.
Yeah, someone impressed me by telling me that.
It's it's related to the alcohol content.
Okay.
It is usually why those things appear, but is that an indicator of quality? It's like
All right, good to know.
For some strange reason, as the lesson went on, we had even more fun and asked more questions.
What would go well on not like a top ramen budget, but on a young person's budget who's got some bills to pay?
A quesadilla.
It's kind of funny. Any wine goes with almost any food. It's really a matter of preference. There's definitely things that work better with certain wines, but there is no right or wrong for sure. I don't believe there is. You'll hear other people say different things.
After we felt a little more comfortable with wine, we decided to head to the grocery store to pick up some wine with my good friend, music producer Scott Urquhart, who just so happens to be the man at finding good wines at a good price.
I was doing that find wine on a whim thing where I want to find a red wine that'll fit my budget, meaning I drink enough wine that I can't afford to buy really expensive wine all the time. That's where the experimenting comes in. That's what's really fun. And again, for someone who doesn't live in like wine country, just go bottom shelf at Safeway or TJ's or whatever and just buy some wine. You know, you can get 3, 4, 5 bottles of wine for 25 or 30 bucks, and then you take them home and you have, you know, hopefully 3 or 4 or 5 nights of drinking, or in some cases 1. I would say go with something name brand, popular, something not too cheap. You're not going to find anything probably under $8 that you're gonna bring to a party and someone's gonna go, wow, great, you brought Charles Shaw.
What do you do about the wine snobs? How do you deal with those people?
Kick them in the nuts, usually. Hard. Yeah, I'm talking surgery, that hard. No, I just don't, I don't really hang with wine snobs. You can usually tell pretty quickly. It doesn't matter what anybody says about it. It tastes like dried spiders with lime jello. It just doesn't matter, you know. If you like it, it's good. When you're drinking wine, if you went out, you know, if you had a great trip with your boyfriend or girlfriend or wife or husband in a limo and you found this winery and it was just this magical moment, that wine's going to be good. Yeah, and you had wild, you know, rampant sex while drinking that wine.
If you like maybe drank it off someone's stomach. Or
exactly.
Whatever.
Belly shots, belly button shots,
exactly,
totally.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's what it's all about. Using wine to bring people together and create great memories. With that in mind, I decided to entertain my friends at home and have a wine party. It wasn't hard at all. I only needed 3 things: good friends, good food, and good wine. Everyone had a great time, but I couldn't let my friends leave without first teaching them the 4 steps of wine drinking that we learned from Eric at Fianza. Step 1. Watch my good friend Chad as he swishes the wine in his mouth to cleanse his palate. Step 2. Swirl the wine in the glass to volatilize the esters, just like Courtney's fine ass. Step 3. Smell the wine to experience the bouquet. Step 4. Sip and swallow the wine while enjoying its unique flavor. Just like me. Watch them acting skills. Whether you're in the Sonoma wine country wine tasting with friends or at a house party sipping on 2-buck chuck, just remember, drink responsibly, have a designated driver, and try not to act like a fool, even if it is your house.
It tastes so good. Dude, hey, cheers me that. Oh my god. It tastes so good.
You can't be serious. That was horrible.
Lean back and pull up your pants. As long as you hit the floor, don't be scared. Go for what you know. Do the Harlem shake, the chicken head dance. Marsha and them, leave a hoochie in a trance. Just shake it up and bring it on down. Let your body bounce with the sound. Put your back up, wow, yeah. Don't matter if you're short or tall. Come down, get your ass out on the floor. Do the damn thing like never before. Come on, everybody.
It tickles the back of my neck and gives me chills in random places at random times.
Put your ass out